It's the YouTube review show that goes up your nose with a rubber hose. This is YT Reviews, and I'm your host, Freddie Boom Boom Washington. Now, before we get into this edition of YT Reviews, and you like my new look, then I want everyone to send a big thank you to the Blessed Blogger, for it was she that gave me a little fashion sense. Thank you, Melissa. And now we take a look at the wine cone. What, it's not that kind of wine? Okay. The wine cone is really Tony. He's been a member of YouTube for about 15 months and no age is given. He currently has 39 videos in his account and 36,000 subscribers at the time we're taping. And also, in his all-time stats, he's number 9 most subscribed and number 90 most viewed in a regular account. In his director's account, he's number 8 most subscribed and number 30 most viewed of all time. Now, I recently wrote to Tony asking him the story behind the name The Wine Cone. However, as he hasn't gotten back to me on this, I can only speculate on its origin. Cue the monks chanting! The first official documentation of the wine cone occurred during the late 1200s. The Benedictine order of monks of Upper Sangria, Spain, known for their flair with biblical verse and general tomfoolery, engaged in a ritual known as the Santo Borracho Partido, or Holy Kegger. It was at these gatherings that the monks would employ the imbudo di vino, or wine funnel. After that, they would write biblical graffiti on the walls of public restrooms. Despite the practice of the party fading over the years, the name evolved and endured into its current incarnation, the wine cone. This was mainly due to all the monks getting totally shit-faced one too many times to remember anything, much less the name of their alcoholic buzzbong. I've heard of a beer funnel, but I'm still at a loss as to what a wine cone really is. I'm assuming it's an Asian thing, or maybe Canadian. In either case, according to Tony's MySpace account, the wine cone strives for high entertainment value, but mostly misses its mark, but is nonetheless enjoyed by a strange following. The followers of the wine cone are grouped as an odd collective known as the wine cult, where they refer to one another as wine coners, dude. So how does one become a member of the wine cult? Well, let's take a look and find out. You know, for the number of people that actually have twins in real life, YouTube sure does have more than its fair share of doppelgangers, and Tony has a couple of his own.
How many girlfriends have you had?
Okay, does this include girls who've acted as my girlfriends in plays, in productions I've been in?
Dude, he meant girlfriend, as in chicks you've had sex with. It's in Worst Video Ever 2, with intent, that Tony intersperses several different concepts into one video while pulling a robot chicken. In all actuality, this is probably the best work I've seen from Tony. He has 2 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles talking about their curvy female cohort, April, while He-Man does a little cone rubbing of his own on Tony's mouse. He then does a parody of YouTube founders Chad and Steve's announcement of the Google purchase.
One king, Google, and the court jester, the village idiot, me.
I'm not sure if he's supposed to be Chad or Steve in that one.
I have to test out this machine now.
Tony is really starting to scare me. The wine cone wants to get it on with several YouTube celebs, including Bohem, Renetto, Smosh, and YouTube founders Chad and Steve. Guys, I'm not sure what the wine cone has in mind for you, but I only have one thing to say. If you see this man, run. Run away and run fast. Honestly, I've never heard so much complaining about not having a girlfriend since I was in high school, and I bitched louder than he did. Perhaps we should just call him the piss and moan cone. And Tony, here's a little hint to solving your girl problem. Women don't mysteriously pop up in your bedroom. It doesn't help that you're in your own room making videos. Now, unless you got some chick stashed away under your bed or behind your computer monitor that we don't know about, you need to leave the house. That's where the real women are. And stop hanging around playgrounds, will ya? In Going Out on a High Note, we see Tony pulling a Michael Jackson by hanging around an elementary schoolyard.
But look at this. 4 square, 4 square, 4 square, 4 square. It's like a freaking tournament here.
4 square tournament, huh? Just in time for National Lecture Merganser Week, it's 4 Square Smackdown. Coming to you from the William Jefferson Clinton Presidential Library and Cigar Shop. Today's title card matchup from Canada, the Wine Cone takes on the Cruel World on his home turf in Little Rock, Arkansas. We heard from the Cruel World as to how he felt his chances were against the Wine Cone. Wine Cone, you're going down. Your butt is mine, Wine. I'm gonna 4 square all over your face. What do you think of that, huh, Wine? Or should I call you Whiny? You better bring your A game because you're gonna get served. Ooh, yeah! Seriously, I believe I'll give you a sound thrashing, my dear boy. Perhaps afterwards we could have a spot of tea and take in the sights. It's in instant message programs that Tony talks about various activities that happen with IMs, including misspelling words and also cyber sex.
I don't know how people can read text and get their jollies off of it. Well, perhaps I'm not familiar with cyber sex anymore. Not that I ever done it.
Oh, come on, Tony. You've typed one-handed before, and if you say you don't, you're lying. Everybody does it. What, your junk is so big you need both hands? I seriously doubt that. And no, it's not because you're Asian. It's because you're Canadian.
Oh, God. What do you guys do when you watch my videos?
LOL? I mean, really, dude, come on. I don't go that way.
You've heard of STDs, right? Sexually transmitted diseases? So what about the internet? What, you don't think you can get a disease from it?
Huh. Who would have figured you could catch an STD through HTML?
All I did was procrastinate, make videos, write emails, go online, message people, watch porn.
Wait a minute. Didn't he say he didn't understand the whole cybersex thing? Tony, if you're not polishing the old cone with porn, then why are you looking at it?
And staring deeply into my eyes. Too bad I'm not even looking at her, so haha, you're not staring into my eyes. You're staring into the side of my eyeballs.
Actually, Tony, she's looking at your haircut. I guess you thought it made you look like you have tendencies. As what in New York? No Australia. Wait a minute, what about Philly? What's a YouTuber supposed to do?
On July 7th of 2007, say no to New York. Say no to Australia. Say yes to the moon.
I would like to throw in my suggestion for the location of the next YouTube gathering. I propose we hold it at the lost city of Atlantis. I realize it might be a little inconvenient, but think about that ocean view. It's just a thought. One last thing I noticed about the wine cone was the channels he has subscribed to. Only one, and it's the YK2 channel. It's his own channel! And he's posting more of the same videos there that he's posted in this first channel. It's like the Stephen King, Richard Bachman thing all over again. Besides, nobody needs more than one channel. What are you doing here? I told you to go wait in the car. Now go on, get. So, how did the wine cone rate with YT reviews? Well, I'm giving him 3.5 stars. That's mainly because the wine cone amuses me. I would have rated him higher, but he won't shut up about getting someone else to polish his cone for him, if you know what I mean. Maybe if he'd decide which side of the plate to swing his bat from, that would help. Well, that's it for this edition of YT Reviews. Who knows, we might be reviewing you next, or one of the other sweat hogs. Until then, love, peace, and chicken grease.
We're pregnant, finally.